Hello students, welcome to Aditya Academy. I am Dr. Ragini Arora, and in this video we are going to start with exercise 4.3 from Ncert. So in this exercise we will be dealing with discriminant method that we had learned in introductory video. So the question says, find the nature of roots of the following quadratic equations. If the real roots exist, find them. So before directly coming to the question, I would just like to revise discriminant method with you. It says discriminant of a polynomial, quadratic polynomial is given as b square minus 4ac, where the standard quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this is the basic or standard equation, quadratic equation that is given by ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we can see that a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. From this equation, we can use these symbols like b square. Here it is b is coefficient of x minus 4 times a and c, product of a and c, that is coefficient of x square and constant term. So this is the value of discriminant, which is given by b square minus 4ac from any quadratic equation. And regarding the nature of roots, if d is greater than 0, we have real and distinct roots. Real and distinct roots. If d is equal to 0, then we have real and equal roots. And finally, if d is less than 0, then we have no real roots. So this is the criteria to decide the nature of roots when we can calculate d, discriminant from a given equation. And if we have real roots in either of these two cases, then those roots can be found by using the formula x is equal to minus b plus square root of d over 2a and minus b minus square root of d by 2a. So this is a quadratic equation, so it will be having two roots. They may be equal or they may be distinct. In both the cases, the values can be given by this formula. So this is the recap, and if you want a detailed version of this topic, you can go back to the introduction video and see I have solved few questions using them. So I am now coming directly to this question. This is discriminant here. You can first of all write this equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now comparing this equation to the standard form of the equation, we can say that a is 2, b is negative 3, and c is 5. You have to consider the signs also. Now the value of d is b square minus 4ac. b is negative 3 raised to the power 2 minus 4, a is 2 and c is 5. So we have minus 3 square is 9 minus 4 5s are 20. 20 times 2 is 40. This comes out to be negative 31. So we can see that d here is less than 0. So we can simply write this equation. This equation has no real roots, right? When d is less than 0 or negative quantity, then we can say that this equation will not have any real root, right? So the next question is 3x square minus 4 root 3x. Now compare this equation with the standard form. So we can write a as 3 b, at the place of b is the coefficient of x, which is minus 4 root 3. And c here is the constant term, which is positive 4. So now we are calculating d, which is b square minus 4ac. B square is negative 4 root 3 whole square. Minus 4 times A. A is 3. C, and C is 4. So now you have to take the square of 4 root 3. Negative means this when square becomes positive. Square of 4 and square root of square root of 3. Minus 4 4s are 16, 3s are 48. This is 16 multiplied by 3 minus 48. So we have 48 minus 48, which is 0. Now the value of d has come out to be 0, which says d is 0. Therefore, equation has real and equal roots. D equal to 0 is the criteria for getting real and equal roots. So now the question says if the equation has real roots, we have to find them. So in that case, the value of x is minus b plus minus root d upon 2a. I have written the same formula because plus minus means we have to consider both the values. Now, minus b. B is negative, so it's minus 4 root 3 plus minus square root of d. D here is 0 upon 2a. 2 into a is 3. So you can, this becomes negative of negative 4 root 3 plus minus 0 upon 6. So we can write this as 4 root 3 plus 0 upon 6, and once you can write this as 4 root 3 minus 0 upon 6. I had told you earlier that you cannot just ignore one value because it is repetitive, so you have to write both the roots even if they are same. This makes it 4 root 3. 4 root 3 by 6, that is 2 3s are 6, and then we can reduce this root 3. This becomes 2 by root 3. Similarly, here you have 4 root 3 by 6. This is also 2 2s are and 2 3s are. Then we can divide this by this. So the roots are same. That is why they are real roots, real and equal roots. So we have to write both the roots. Just don't ignore that this value becomes 0. So we can write this one value. Roots here are two roots, but they are equal and real numbers. Next question is ax square. Try to write the standard equation, and then comparing these two equations we get value of a to be 2 and b is minus 6, c is 3. So now to calculate the value of d, we have d is equal to b square minus 4ac. b here is minus 6 to the power 2. 4, a is 2 and c is 3. This is minus 6 square is 36. Then we have 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So value of d comes out to be 12. As we can see, d is a positive number other than 0. So d is greater than 0. So equation has real and distinct roots. That means this equation will have two real roots which are not equal or different roots. Now we have to find those roots. For that we are using formula x is minus b plus root d upon 2a and minus b minus root d upon 2a. That makes it negative b. b is negative 6. So minus of minus 6 plus square root of 12 upon 2a, 2 into 2. Here we have negative of negative 6 minus root 12 upon 2 into 2, right? So this is plus 6. Square root of 12 can be written as C. 12 is 2, 6, 2, 3, 3, 1. Out of this pair of 2, I can take 2 outside the square root, and this is square root of 3. The denominator is 2 2 4. This becomes 6 minus 2 root 3 divided by 4. Now we can see that 2 is common to both the terms in the numerator, so I am taking 2 common. So we are left with 3 plus root 3 divided by 4. Here also I can take 2 common. 3 minus root 3 divided by 4. Now by reducing this, we can say the roots are 3 plus root 3 divided by 2 and 3 minus root 3 divided by 2. So the values of x are 2 real and distinct roots being 3 plus root 3 by 2 and 3 minus root 3 by 2. Right? This method is quite easier as compared to the middle term split method where we have to find factors. Sometimes when we have larger numbers to be factorized, this discriminant method is quite easier to solve in that case, because finding factors actually takes a lot of time. Now in this question, find the values of k each for the following quadratic equation so that they have 2 equal roots. Now in this question, you have to find the value of k, and the condition being given that the equation has got real and equal roots. So comparing it with the basic equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we have a is equal to 2. At the place of b, we have k, and c is equal to 3. Now this is given that equation has real and equal roots. Real and equal roots. That means the criteria which goes with this is d is equal to 0. Now we have to use this information. D means b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Now putting the values of a, b, c here, we have to see what is the value of k. B is k, so k square minus 4 multiplied by a. A is 2, c is 3, right? So we have k square minus 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24, right? So this is k square minus 24 is equal to 0. So this can be solved in two different ways. Either you can directly write k square is equal to 24 and k is equal to plus minus square root of 24. Square root of 24 is 12, 2, 6, 2, 3, and 3 1s. So we have only one pair of 2. So I can write k is equal to plus minus 2 root 6. Out of this pair, see I can write here 2 by 2 by 2 by 3, 24. So from this pair I can take 2 common and 6 remains inside the root. So the value of k is plus minus 2 root 6. So this equation will have real and equal roots when k is this, right? Or other way, I'm telling you, you could have done here like k square minus root 24 square is equal to 0. You can factorize here using a square minus b square formula. So now we can write this as k plus root 24, k minus root 24 is equal to 0. So k becomes minus root 24 or k is equal to plus 24. So k here also becomes minus 2 root 6 and k is equal to plus 2 root 6. In both the cases, we are getting the same values, right? In the next question, this is the equation, but this is not in the standard form. So before trying to apply the formula for discriminant, you have to simplify it to the standard equation. This becomes kx square minus 2kx plus 6 is equal to 0. Now this is like x square term, x term and constant. Now this is the standard form. Comparing it with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we have a is k, b is minus 2k and c is 6. The question says this equation has real and equal roots. That means you can write here this equation. Whenever the conditions are given, you have to mention them properly. Since equation has real and equal roots, this is given in the question. That means this leads to d is equal to 0. b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. What is b here? Minus 2k. Always write such things in bracket so that you don't miss out any sign or any square of any number. Minus 4, a is k and c is 6. So these are in multiplication. That makes it 4k square. Take the square of both the things. Minus 2 square is plus 4 and k square is k square. Minus 4 6 are 24k is equal to 0. Right? So we have got 4k square minus 24k is equal to 0. Now to factorize this, we have to take out common terms first. In both the terms, 4 number is common. 4 is common to both. K square and k, 1k is common. After that, we are left with k minus 6. Right? So now we have factorized the LHS. One factor is 4k, other factor is k minus 6. Equating both of them to 0, we get this. So implies that k is equal to 0 by 4 or k is equal to 6. That means k is either 0 or k is 6. Right? Next question is it possible to design a rectangular mango grove whose length is twice its breadth and area is 800 meters square? Right? We have to take a rectangular park or mango grove. Let the length be L and breadth be B. Right? Now what is the relationship given to you? First of all, area is given as 800 meters square. Next it says whose length is twice its breadth. So we can assume let the breadth be x meters. Unit is in meters square, so length and breadth are in meters. Now if we assign the variable x to breadth, the question says length is twice its breadth, then the length becomes 2x meters. Right? Now according to the formula of area of rectangular grove is length multiplied by breadth. We are already given this is 800 and length is given as 2x, breadth is x. Right? Now solving this, we get 2x square is equal to 800. In this question he is asking, is it possible to design? That means we have to look for the roots of this equation, and if they are real, that means we can plan such mango grove. So x, keeping x square here, I take this 2 to that side, this becomes 400. X square is 400. So the value of x becomes square root of 400, and that is plus minus 20. Plus minus 20, but we cannot have length or breadth to be a negative parameter. So ignoring the negative value, we can say that x becomes 20 meter. Leaving x is equal to minus 20 is not possible. So x is 20. Right? Breadth is 20 and length is 2x. That is 2 into 20 means 40 meters. So yes, we can make or design a mango grove whose length and breadth are, length is 40 and breadth is 20, so that area becomes 800 meters square. Right? Next question is the following situation possible? If so, determine their present ages. Here the question says the sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48. So let the present age, here they are given two friends, so I am labeling them as A and B. Let the present age of A is X years. Then the present age of B. The sum of ages of two friends is 20 years. So if I take this as Y, then according to the first condition, I can say X plus Y is 20. But since we have to solve this in one variable, I have to remove Y. So in terms of X, the value of the age of person B becomes 20 minus X years. Right? Now further he says 4 years ago. Now he is developing the relationship between the ages of two persons, which was 4 years ago. So in such cases, first of all, we have to calculate their ages at that moment. 4 years ago, A's age will be x minus 4. Since his present age is x, so his age 4 years back from now will be x minus 4 years. And regarding B's age, B is right now having age of 20 minus x. So 4 years back he will be 20 minus x minus 4 years, which is 16 minus x years. Right? Now he says 4 years ago the product of their ages in years was 48. That means the ages 4 years back, these are their ages 4 years back. Product of these ages is 48. That means x minus 4 into 16 minus x is 48. So this is a quadratic equation we have to solve. So in this case, it is not sure that you will be getting real values, so we have to check. This is 16x minus x square minus 64 plus 4x is equal to 48. So now I simplify it further. This is minus x square, 16x plus 4x is plus 20x, minus 64 minus 48 is equal to 0. So we have, I'm taking this, okay, first of all, let me solve this. This is plus 20x and 8 and 4, 12, 10, minus 1, 1, 2 is 0. On the left hand side, x square term is negative, so I am taking it to that side. X square minus 20x plus 112 is equal to 0. This is the equation in the standard form that we have got from the given information. Now we have to check whether this condition is possible or not. That means we have to check for the roots, nature of roots of this equation. So I am writing A is 1, B is minus 20 and C is 112. In that case, D becomes B square minus 4AC. So what we have to do is B is minus 20 square minus 4, A is 1, C is 112. So we have minus 20 square is 400 and 112 times 4. 4 2s are 8, 4 1s are 4, 4 1s are 4. This is minus 448. Difference comes out to be negative 48, right? So we can say that D, in this case, D is less than 0. That means there are no real roots. No real roots means whatever condition they have given according to the question, this is not possible, right? So we cannot have solution to this equation since the value of discriminant is a negative number, which leaves us with no real roots in this case, right? And the last question is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meters and area 400 meters square? So this is a rectangle in which length is L, breadth is B. Let us assume the breadth of park B is equal to X meters, right? And then the length of park B, I can say that Y. Let it be Y meters. Now what are the things given to us? The perimeter of the park is 80 meters. Perimeter is 80 meters. The formula for perimeter is 2L plus B is 80. So we can say L plus B becomes 80 by 2. L plus B is 40 meters. This is the first relationship, and from this I can remove one variable from here. So L becomes 40 minus B, right? L becomes 40 minus B. This is the first equation that we have got. The next condition says area of that park has to be 400 meters square. Area is 400 meters square. Area is length into breadth. So length we have got in terms, see, we have assumed breadth to be x, right? So breadth here is x, and if we have to find L, that means that is 40 minus x, right? So length becomes 40 minus x, and the product of these two components is 400. So now the equation becomes 40x minus x square is equal to 400. I'm taking these two terms to the right hand side, so it becomes x square, 40x becomes negative, 400 is already there. This is 0. This is the quadratic equation that we have got from the given conditions. Now again we have to check whether it is possible to design such park or not. That means we have to check for the roots. Here A is 1, B is minus 40 and C is 400, right? The value of D is B square minus 4AC. So we have minus 40 square minus 4 into 1 into 400. So this becomes 40 square is 1600 minus 4 4s are 1600, which is 0. So in case of D is equal to 0, we can say that we have real and equal roots. Real and equal roots here denote that this will be a square park, as we will have length and breadth equal. Now to find that, we can further use the formula minus b plus minus root d upon 2a. So what we can do is minus b. b is minus 40. Minus of minus 40 plus minus square root of 0 upon 2a. 2 is 1. So we have 40 minus minus plus 40 by 2. That is 20 comma 20 are the two roots. X b is equal to x is 20 meters, and length is equal to 40 minus x is also 40 minus 20 meters. So yes, we can design a rectangular park in which the perimeter is 80. You can see that 20 times 4 is 80. In case it is a square, the perimeter becomes 4 times a. 4 times 20, that is 80. And area is 20 times 20 is 400. So we can design a park, but that will be a square park. So yes, solution is possible, and the side length and breadth being 20 meter each, right? So this was all about this exercise 4.3. I hope everything is clear to you now, and please practice more questions. If you come across any doubts, you can write me in comment section. I'll definitely like to answer your queries. I hope you liked watching this video. Please like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you.